Greetings, salutations, what's good everybody? So I just wanted to give you guys an update on how our Blessing Galore runs are going, and like essentially what have we been focusing on more so than others, right? So the first massive thing for us this weekend, after spending about 50 to like 55 capsules, we have 1300 stamina left, right? We're done for our capsules. We already did our gem refresh. The biggest thing that we were able to accomplish is Infernal Doki Doki. We are able to auto Infernal Doki Doki. Doki Doki is actually the biggest module that I wanted to farm this entire weekend, because I'm thinking about PvP, thinking about real-time arena. For like, the speed is the most important thing in RTA, and even on the regular defense. There's not many units that I'm seeing that are able to outspeed my Lily, but even then it's like, if the units that are able to outspeed my Lily will still come second afterwards. That will be able to beat out their DPS unit. Now I need to make sure that our Lily has more gear that's able to optimize this, right? So when I go into essentially what we've been able to navigate through, right now I'm not even using Lily. That's the funny thing for the Doki Doki runs. My team for Doki Doki at the moment is Klaus, right? And obviously her gear is nowhere near what I would like it to be optimized at, but it works, right? It's Klaus, it's Ramoka, who has been putting a lot of damage in. It is also us using Mio, who I've been utilizing the most, because Mio at 190% effect accuracy, and this is just all I'm able to get on her at the moment until we get the other gear that can give us even more and push this number to like over 200, particularly for her. Mio in her skill 3 has been able to push everybody back, right? The biggest thing as well is that I started to invest more into Mio when it comes to the lattices, and I want to get her speed up, and so we need one more lattice for that essentially, and then after that we're going to put an investment into her skill 3 so we can at least get increase the effect of still turn meter to 50%. That way we can boost everybody even more. Now obviously maybe the best would be to get this all the way up to a level 4, but in terms of priority right now, it's get that last boost of speed so her speed can be truly maxed out, and then focus on the other things afterwards. So she is the next unit that I'm going to be giving my lattices to, especially because I utilize her a lot in PvP. But the other portion of the team for Doki Doki is Kazuyo, and the last person actually is Beonten. I believe that's our 5, right? So it's Beonten, Kazuyo, Mio, Ramoka, and Klaus. Now I have experimented a lot with different characters to fit that 5th slot. So far Beonten has been the best, and making sure that we can push through all of the Doki Doki waves, essentially because she's going to be doing this crit damage up and also another attack increase, right, on our Ramoka. And then Ramoka, of course, using the count shell is going to give an additional 1200 attack. So that's why Ramoka is able to like cleave these groups. The biggest thing also does come down to whether or not Mio is going to push all the units back, because there's a case where they just resist it, right? So that's why I want to build up even more of that resistance or more effect accuracy to make sure that we can push them back, because we don't got the best shell on her that we can have. However, we do have the shadow dash that allows us to essentially go ahead, and this is also the only other shell that right now that I have rolled successfully that can have insight on it, right? And this insight does give an additional 36% boost, and that's why we're able to have more successful runs than not. Even though like the majority of the runs we're gonna get 10 out of 10, sometimes we're gonna get to like there'll be a failure every now and then, but right now we're able to truly auto farm Doki Doki, and it's been great. The other big thing that I focused on for this weekend's Blessing Galore event was leveling up characters, because I talked about it beforehand. On our account currently, we have 60 characters, right, in our Animus collection, and I believe as of last count right now we have about 33 characters that are above, that are 45 and above, right? that's essentially half the roster. So we have half the roster to work with. I mean, I could do a quick count right now, starting from Kachi the God, but that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So yes, there you go. 33 characters that are above 45, and about I believe it's like 20 characters that are like 6 stars, or I'll just count for you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 characters that are I said 4 stars, like 6 stars, right? So by the next Blessing Galore event, my goal is to have even more 6-star characters on this whale account. If I didn't address that beforehand, or you're new to this channel, yes, it's on the whale account. And we've been whaling away, right? And there's still more things in the shop that I can buy to get the characters that are 6 stars, but I focused on getting even more characters to level 45, especially because some characters can have better utility, and I can look at which characters can mix and match between like different types of runs that I'm going for. Obviously, a character that I didn't invest into until now was Viper, as well as RC77. Like I said, on ladder, in the not the real-time arena, but I think it was the Etheria arena, right? Basically the defense, I played against RC77. They bust my ass, and I say, yo, let me look at what this man actually does and look at what other people can utilize him with. And I just say, you know what, let me go ahead and build it for myself. And I tried it out, and the main thing to go along with RC77 was, of course, the revelation, right? Revelation makes anybody that can have multiple hits just absolutely broken, right? Because we already know that revelation with Freya works. It's actually disgusting, because revelation Freya does ridiculous amounts of damage for no reason. But now I'm also trying to farm the momentum modules, I mean, eventually, so that we can actually boost up her speed, so that speed can match. But right now I'm focusing more on the Doki Doki runs, because once again, that's where the most speed is going to be unlocked for us. Be that as it may, with all these characters that are built, we're not going to be building every single one. Right now, Mio is going to be the forefront of what we're trying to build, especially because she's going to be putting double work for PvE runs with Doki Doki, as well as our PvP runs. Other characters that I am looking at to build up next time around are going to be Ziada, because she just has some great utility for PvE content. I haven't really gone around to Lilith or seeing other people test Lilith or anything like that, but I see what she is on the tier list for a couple of different websites, so it does have me interested. There's just not that many Liliths that are on the defense ladders or in RTA, but having this big massive roster of characters and not enough lattices to build them around, mainly for the SSRs, that is becoming one of the big issues. I dropped a video yesterday talking about we need the Animus reconfiguration event permanent in this game. I do believe it. I don't think it should be like an end of season type of reset thing where they get to choose what characters need to be buffed and nerfed. I think it should just be there all the time as our Prosado training mode. I stand by that. Hopefully other people can agree with me that we should have the Animus reconfiguration event permanent. Just charge it 1,000 gems. After 3, you get your first one free, your second one's 500 gems, and then your third one's 1,000 gems, and it's 1,000 gems moving forward until the end of the season. Because that way we can test out multiple different characters, and that doesn't mean that people won't stop buying new characters. It just gives people a different route of saying that, you know what, I want to utilize this strategy for Doki Doki, for Terra Matan, this character for Aurora, and then have my PvP teams a little bit different. So I did invest into Fuki and Nahor. I'm seeing a lot of negative stuff about Nahor. Like there's people are saying he's just not as good, whereas Fuki, I'm probably butchering her name, is a lot better. But you can build her either slow or fast. I'm gonna take my time, especially because we don't have any perfect lattices to give these two at all, and I don't really plan on utilizing them as much. They will right now become more PvE based units, but we'll see as time goes on. One character that I am thinking about making the 6-star jump into is going to be Raho, and that is because I have multiple copies of him. Another character that I am going to eventually put into the 6-star category is Shadow Sanya, because I keep getting spooked by her. She just loves me. I don't understand it, man. I can't get any other SSR that's a light or dark unit but Shadow Sanya. It's kind of sickening, man. But be that as it may, those are the two characters I am thinking about making the leap towards 6-star, along with another character like RC77. Unfortunately, a character I just don't use anymore is Gray. I even tried to use him with more remote cutscenes for Doki Doki, but it's just that I found, you know, other means and other characters that could do the job essentially, right? Yang is another character who I did bring up to level 45. I'm still testing Yang out. I'm trying to see if he's going to work better than Beyonce right now. Sure, Beyonce dies immediately from like 2 hits, but even as getting Yang in his prowess for level 2 all the way up to like level 4, I mean his skill 2 all the way up to level 4, where that's like essentially the priority, because I don't really need to invest into, like, you know, Savage Howl being, you know, lower, because you have Revelation on not Revelation, you have Codex of Magic used with him. So there's just right now plug and play that I'm utilizing. I'm looking at Dyna. I'm looking to make our Doki Doki runs even faster. I'm pretty sure we could get to 40 seconds when it comes to a lot of this. Ramoka already has enough invested into her for her skill 3 that it's already maxed out. I've seen some other people say that people should invest a little bit into her skill 1 as well, but I think that's if you're going to decide to use Ramoka as a one-stop shop as well in PvP. And she can get the job done in PvP as well, right? So but you'll need like a debuff team, and you'll need to make sure that her speed is all the way up there so that she could just cleave the fuck out of everybody, you know. But be that as it may, that's all I have for today's progress video. I'll probably do another update video tomorrow after it's all said and done, probably show off some of the new models that we got. Like I said, there's a lot to go through. We have 7 million coins. We'll probably top out at like 10 million or more, and we'll see how fast that goes, because I can tell you it's looking way better than our shell economy right now. But let me know your guys' thoughts. How is your progression going for those of you that have been participating in the Blessing Galore event this weekend, and I'll catch you guys for the next video. So stay sharp, everybody. Doses.